What's my favorite words? Verbs, yes, verbs are my favorite words, right? And today there were a couple of great verbs that were used, such as influence, love, respect. But you know, these words are like amazing words because you can also use them as nouns, and more specifically as abstract nouns. Now, one of the very first abstract nouns we heard used today was life. And I loved how the evaluator, Emily, said, go live a YOLO life. Like she had this tremendous verb in front, go live. You know, live is a powerful verb. You're YOLO, and YOLO becomes the adjective, life. So when you're using these abstract nouns, you really need to think about what's the verb, what's the adjective, how am I going to put it together? Because abstract nouns are often used when we speak, and we need to be aware of them. One of the abstract nouns that came across in Alex's speech was prayer. Like prayer, yes, you can pray, but prayer is usually like something that is more of an abstract noun. Now, I know you could hear the prayer, I know you can experience the prayer, but sometimes you just pray silently. Then it becomes an abstract noun. Now, when Alex was talking about prayer, he was talking about, you know, pray for his will be done. And will is also an abstract noun because you cannot see it, you cannot touch it. But you said pray for his will. But actually in Christianity, we don't pray for God's will, we pray for God's will to be done here on earth. So you need to put be done, right? Because we can't pray for God's will. We've got to pray for God's will be done. That's the Lord's Prayer, you know? So when we are talking about abstract nouns, we've got to be really careful with how we use them because it will change the meanings of the words. Now, another abstract noun that was used was from roulette, health. So many people in Taiwan get health wrong because they always say, I want to have a good healthy. That's the adjective. You say, I want to have good health. And so he used it incorrectly because he said, I hope my mother can have good healthy. I hope my mother can be healthy. So really think about the abstract noun that you're trying to put in there. Like what is the noun? What is the adjective? What is the adverb? Am I doing it right or wrong? Now also with some of these abstract nouns, we can choose the verbs very carefully. And a couple of ones that came up was like challenge. Challenge is another abstract noun, but it can also be used as a verb, right? Challenge yourself, or this is a challenge, right? And so another one that came up was fear. And the verbs that you can use that are in common, like overcome the challenge, overcome your fears, face the challenge, face your fears. And these came up in some of the speeches tonight, especially like Molly, right? Like overcome the fear of jumping off a platform. That's insane. You really did that? Anyway, insane, by the way, is probably another abstract noun. Yes, but we can use these abstract nouns, but choosing the verbs carefully to make the language more colorful. The next one is courage, right? That was something that Sally spoke about, courage, right? You need to have courage, not run away, but take courage, find courage, build the courage to stand up and give an evaluation in front of a big crowd at the national contest. Now, there was another beautiful one that was used was wealth. Wealth is an abstract noun. Now you say, oh, you can touch money, you can see money. Yeah, but you can't. But wealth is a measure of what people have, right? And I loved what Karen said. She said, wealth is concentrated among a few people, right? So she uses very powerful abstract noun that creates a very, very powerful image in our mind. There are two non-abstract nouns. The opposite of abstract noun is a concrete noun, something that you can touch, feel, experience. And there were two that I would like to discuss. The first one is prize. Karen spoke about the ignoble prize. How many of you know what an ignoble prize is?
Get the dictionary, one second. Not a good one.
No, an ignoble prize is research that seems stupid, but actually has a powerful impact on the world. It's been going on for about 20 years. I don't think many people know that the Ig Nobel Prize is like the antithesis to the Nobel Prize. So I think you should explain that, right? And then also, Alex spoke about a drought. Now, drought is a concrete noun, but he said they were a drought happening there. Usually the verb that we would use with drought is they are experiencing a drought, or there is a drought in the south, right? We're not going to say a drought is happening there. It's too, I suppose the English is correct, but it's just too clumsy. So anyway, that's the end of abstract nouns. Not as funny as verbs, I guess, but that's it from me today. General Evaluator.